There are some people in here who are not journalists. There's a masseuse in here who's not a journalist. I think that's ever so exciting.
Can we have a question from a masseuse, please?
But we just really wanted to get it right and go out there to play to people who maybe never heard us, who had heard about this reputation and what we were about, and basically go out there, stand up and be counted for what we were.
I think we were really propelled by Jason and his enthusiasm and his dark glasses and all... Prescription. I don't believe that.
Prescription.
Wait, it's not in your family. I've known your family for 50 years.
They are prescription.
So look. So I mean, I mean, he really broke the atmosphere of expectation for us, Chase, because he knows far more about us than we do.
For me, the whole run-up to the O2 was a huge amount of enjoyment and pressure all at the same time. You know, I started to read the internet, and it weren't that nice comments sometimes that I shouldn't have been doing it. But for me, the way it happened, the way everyone played, not just me. I mean, realistically, I mean, I was playing with these guys. This was my dream, and you were fantastic, every one of you. And it just was a very special night. So I really, really enjoyed it. So, for me, it was what it was. Tremendous.
Well, look, at this time 4 years ago, we'd have been rehearsing to get to the O2. In December, it'll be 5 years since the O2. And so that's a number of years that pass in between. So it seems unlikely if there wasn't a whisper or a hint that we would get together to do something or other along, you know, but in, say, even 2 years ago or whatever. Seems pretty unlikely, doesn't it? That's what I think.
I got a roll, I can't stand still. I got a flame in the heart, I can't get myself. Eyes that shine, burning red, brings you up to my head.
We've been thinking about all sorts of things. And then we can't remember what we were thinking about. Schmuck.
It's a matter of taste, I guess. I mean, personally, I never let go of vinyl all the way through, even when CDs came on the scene. What I would recommend to you is that you don't listen to Led Zeppelin on MP3, that's for sure.
Everything that we talk about is American. From our musical tastes, I think, more or less, and maybe North African and Egyptian or something like that. So it's all the fact that we get this thing to go and meet the most dynamic and charismatic American outside of America, Obama, you know, is a great privilege, and I think our mutual love of an absolutely total influence by American music, whether it's from Mississippi or wherever. It could have been from Chicago in 1982, you know. It's great because we kind of are American in a way, but not, of course.
As far as the music goes, of course we owe such a massive debt to American music. I mean, it's a thing that definitely seduced us all to want to be part of the music. But even in England, you know, the sort of our own sort of homegrown stars over there, they were all inspired by American music anyway, so it was all part and parcel of the same thing.
We had a manager that basically kept the business and everything away from us and just said, you do what you do, I'll do what I do.
Yeah.
And you know, he just gave us the total freedom and space to just get on with the music and please ourselves and hopefully please others.
Also, I think the music that we were a part of a huge movement in the United States or Europe or whatever it was, where there was nothing huge and enormous about anything. We were on a circuit playing alongside so many amazing bands. I mean, we played the Texas International Pop Festival, Atlanta Pop Festival with Janis and the Airplane and Pacific Gas and Electric, John Lee Hooker. There was a huge community of people within our own age group and above and not below. We were really young, you know, and we just played and played and played and played and played and played and played. And the thing that grew out of that became so big that it became almost kind of intolerable in a way. Now, whether or not that happens to people now, I think because there were no rules back then, we didn't really know what the boundaries and the kind of whole ebb and flow of excitement and adrenaline would create. But now I'm sure that contemporary groups like, you know, Metallica or whomever it is, that's, you know, Kings of Leon or, you know, they probably govern it more. You know, they disappear and hide away, and we didn't know anything about the protocol and etiquette of what we were in the middle of.
Yeah, well, at the time we had, it wasn't the time, that 60s, the 70s, we had so much freedom over what we were doing. I mean, we would be touring, for example, you know, we were touring, then we'd come together to make an album, and we'd make the album, present it to the record company, and the record company would put it out. And that's how it was. There was no interference about anything. So we had a great freedom, and we were very lucky to have that at that point in time. I'm not sure, in fact, I very much doubt if, you know, new bands have that sort of freedom that we had. So we were very lucky.
There is a rumor that you might do the Super Bowl.
You said Americans aren't funny. That's great, actually. You can stick around.